Hello, hello. Welcome on in. It's Monday. It has been 35 degrees today in Sydney. I'm very hot. Even now, it's only 28.8 degrees inside my unit because my unit is on the top floor and the hot air gets trapped up there during the day and just gets slowly released through the night. So it might be a short stream today. I know I often say that and then stream for ages, but I am kind of melting and also very tired. My mum was visiting last week. She's gone back home earlier today. And then I got a bunch of medical things sorted out, got my meander topped up. But yes, I still have the rest of the week off, which is good. I can maybe get some little pet programming projects done. I can play more games, and we can stream. How's everyone doing? How's your work, like your week looking? You got anything special planned? And yeah, Stardrop Thistledown, welcome on in. Poppy was looking out of the window there. I've got the window, aka balcony door, open. It's looking hot because I'm also in Sydney, yeah. Until Wednesday, it looks like it's going to be like this, and then it's going to cool down a little bit. I've got two fans on. I honestly don't care if the mic picks up the fan noise. I'm going to live with it. And I'm trying to avoid the angry sun that's trying to kill me. But yeah, Poppy was looking out the window, and then she moved to the sofa, where I think she's sort of settled down now. She likes to keep me on my toes just as I'm starting stream. Cannot sit still in one location. No, that would be too easy. So maybe if I get up and move the Poppy cam, we can get her on stream. Should we do that? Let's do that. Hang a wet towel in front of one window and have a fan pointing at the other window elsewhere. Thank you for zooming in just then. I would do that, but then it's just going to add to the humidity, and it's the humidity that really kills me. I have a little portable air conditioning unit in my bedroom, but it's only really powerful enough for the bedroom. Maybe I'll have to sort of get a lightweight streaming setup working on my laptop. We can stream from there. Who knows? Not sure how I'm going to survive this coming Australian summer. Look at that face. Look at that cute kitty. Alright. Serpent Isle. Where were we? We were on Moonshade. I have not done anything since we last streamed. Fix that. So we were here in the Blue Boar, and we've got YOLO, Dupre, Shamino. We've got a bunch of our stuff that we brought with us, which is mostly food, random items that we might want to have. Treasure. Does your laptop have enough RAM to run Serpent Isle? I don't know. I may have to mess around with my AutoExec bat and my config sys to free up a bit more memory on it. Good old days. More money, yes. Don't mind if I do. And a parrot. Hello, parrot. Oh, and it's lagging a bit. I may have to bump up the cycles. Right, so what are we doing? We'd kind of started the whole getting an invitation to the Mage Lord's table situation. We talked with a bunch of the locals, and I remember that we're not going to see Pothos until after the Mage Lord's banquet. You increase the cycles and it kept capturing. Yeah, it's not a problem if I change the cycles while the window's focused. Because it goes, oh right, this window that I'm focused on now has a new window title. It seems to be if I change to OBS and then click back into the game, and then change to OBS, game, Firefox. Probably say that I'm live now. Let's just do a bit of tooting. I mean, obviously, having discovered this bug, it's not going to do it for me now, because people are watching. Where are we? Window. Yep, can't get it to trigger now. DOSBox is behaving itself. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're still stuck here on Moonshade. We need a way off. We need to go to Monk Isle because A, that's where Gwenno went apparently. Oh, hi. The automaton went downstairs briefly. Moonshade always seemed to have a lot of unpredictable triggered events I was never sure how to trigger, like the banquet and Rotulencia's scroll. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of nice in a way because it feels like things are happening more organically, but it can leave the player a bit kind of confused and trapped. Man, that automaton went downstairs for a second and I should have swiped some potions. Anyway. We'll get Pothos along eventually. And I'm not sure what to do about the stockings situation. Tarisio wanted them. And he offered us, in exchange for returning the item that he was being blackmailed with, he offered us a Night of Passion. So we've declined that. Never forget the old adage, when in doubt, faff about. I cleaned it up because I don't know if this is a family stream. Oh, Stardrop, you can say pretty much whatever you like. This is an Australian stream. I've got the official Twitch category set to Australian, so we can swear as much as we fucking want here. Not that there is an official Twitch category for Australian, unfortunately, but they'll just have to deal with it if they want to call me out on occasionally using bad language. Shock. I think the other option for the stockings was to return them to Columna, but Columna won't talk to us yet because we're not a mage. So the way to be a mage is to have a spellbook, and then suddenly you will earn the respect and admiration of your peers. But to get a spellbook, again, we need to go to Monk Isle, because that's where the fresh mandrake root grows. So again, we need to get off this damned island. And I think that the main thing that we were missing when we played back in the day, me and my sister, was that we didn't know that Mortegro was doing these seances at night. Because it's just kind of a throwaway line when you meet him first. And I think you had to attend a bunch of them to do different ones until you triggered them all, and then the banquet scene would happen. Wish there was an option to give the fishnet some mosh. So this is Gustachio. I'm sorry, but I do not have time for this. My studies devour mine entire day. So he's not, like, completely refusing to talk to us. It's just that he doesn't have time for us if we're not, like, magical. Now, where is that book? The people in the academy do have time for us, but they're kids and they want to know all about our adventures. And we've spoken to... Oh, what's the combat noise for? We've spoken to FORBIDDEN already, and he pretty much just wants us to go get the magic roots. What's this scroll? Create food. Could be handy. I wonder if we can pinch it. Dupre, here. You hold the hot stuff. Cool. No one noticed. Mostly because he stopped charging for spells. Nice. Which one is mine? Bag of stuff. There we go. Okay, why don't you just hold on to these so you use the correct item when things go south. And what is this spell scroll? Translation. Absolutely essential spell for playing Serpentile. I can read Runic well enough, but all of those Ophidian writings, oh my goodness. Just doing a little safety save before we do the theft. Things can go south very quickly in this game. There we go. What's this scroll? The Magic Compass. This is said to be the legendary artifact which guided Erstam the Mad during the voyage to Serpent Isle. To use it, thou must set the compass upon the ground and then chant the mantra Lieg Ort. According to legend, the compass will show thee the way to travel, but only if thou art worthy. I don't think we get a compass in the game, do we? What, you can't read them? I'll have you know my mother was a saint. Is a saint. How dare you? As for myself, I have never been able to make the damn thing work. Hence, I'm donating it to the seminarium. Filbertio the Mage Lord. Oh, so he's not worthy, is he? What's the crystal ball show us? Space! The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. I think this just kicks us out. There we go. So that's a real place in the game world somewhere that we could go visit once we've finished the main quest. Mine Experiments by Telondro. Telondrono. This book belongs to Telondrono the Mage. Telondrono? Yeah. For thee, bright reader, I have been deep in the heart of darkness, in search of the way. The way to reverse or even negate the effects of Bloodspawn hath been my quest. Stoneheart is also on my mind. Thou art right, so right. By the way, dear reader, if thou shouldst know how to obtain some, contact me immediately. I thank thee in advance for thy kindness. Let us begin, for I am losing track of what thou art interested in. Thou art not afraid of dying, art thou? Well, then I shall proceed, and tell thee what all this truly concerns. The more I would experiment with it, the closer I would come to success. That was mine intuition. Well, I must admit it did not work. Bloodspawn is bound to have some side effects. I do not know which yet. The heart of the matter if I may say so, dear reader, is that thou art about to take possession of a secret. Darkness may fall upon thee at the same time. I recommend thou beest extremely careful. A fatal accident is easily triggered when manipulating these forces. In the heart of the mountain, I found the red-orange mineral. I collected samples, and, after many a transformation, I turned it into the forbidden reagent. Thou art certain, dearest reader, that thou fearest death no more? I want to make it clear this is nothing like what thou hast seen before. Many a mage's life was taken away. How did I turn it into a powerful magical reagent, thou askest? Yes, indeed, how? Oh, I remember. Thou hast only to crush it into a fine powder. Then thou dost combine the powder with some guilders, and you snort... No, wait, that's the other reagent. With fresh human blood. 'Tis just so. This powerful reagent, too powerful for my fellow mages, who are fools enough to lose their lives, enables thee to create some spells. It might make possible the spells to flay men's minds, or to set swords into dancing death, or to decimate entire cities. Mass death. Well, think of it. Thou mayest be able to make matter disintegrate, and even call lightning to thy service, if I recall correctly mine experiments. These are the powers of Bloodspawn. Dear reader, thou art now ready to experiment, or ready to lose thy life. Remember how careful thou shouldst be. Remember how careful thou shouldst be when carrying it. Finding safe means to avoid the Bloodspawn's side effects is of primary concern. Herein I did give thee all thou wilt ever need to know. Thou mightest want to be prepared for fits. Experimenting with Bloodspawn and Stoneheart will trigger numerous disorders. Many a time did I attempt to delay the onset of the fits. All in vain, alas. The future doth not seem to be a long, shining path. I even wonder how long I will remain sane. Thou art the reason I wrote such the book, dear reader. It is for thee to read, and for thee to take our place once I be gone. This powerful knowledge, painfully extracted from the heart of darkness, must outlive us. Thou shalt continue. All right, that's a good book to have here in an academy where some kids are learning how to do their first couple of spells. Why am I stuck against the wall here? What time is it in game? 12:35 PM. Midday. What else can we get up to here on Moonshade? We did go on a little adventure looking for secrets previously, but I don't think we've really explored all of these areas up here. So we could do that. After suitably equipping our team, of course. Why don't you go with the bow this time, Shamino? And YOLO, do whatever you reckon. He usually seems to go for the blowgun. Oh, hey! Frigidazi has a goblin servant. And we can't talk to her. Unusual. Talked to all these people already. I think we've kind of explored all of the dialogue options for weird items. Certainly it seems that this... where is it? This ruddy rock that we got is the forbidden Stoneheart mineral. And everything else is pretty much accounted for at this point, I think. just need to find where those items went. So west of the winery was Vesculio's house. All run down and spooky and things like that. I apologize for the constant traffic noise. We need the window open. We will die without the window open. Should I scooch the puppy cam over a bit? It's kind of cute seeing her in the corner like that. Oh, combat? What is it? Oh, it's spooters. No, it's winged serpents. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Also, hello. This is a building. Carnations. Statue. Yeah, it's a very spooky building. Can we go inside? There's more snakes outside. Just close the door. Oh, hang on. That snake got inside. How? Can they just teleport through walls? Shamino, take some of your arrows back, please. So we've got a magic harp. Alright, cool. What does it do? Why? What about it is magical? Can we play the magic harp? Cool. I don't think we need it. There's not much call for magic harps at the moment, so let's leave that there. Just go along the coast, see what we can find here. And try and stay awake. And not melt into a puddle. Seriously, this is the start of summer. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for streaming in the middle of hyper summer. Like, you know, just sitting in front of my monitors with the light and the heat blazing in front of me. My nice cushioned velour earpads for my headphones suddenly start heating my head up. And just the heat in general means I start to lose concentration and focus. And it's not as if Neko had a lot of concentration and focus to begin with, right? Here's a cool little observation post someone set up. Let's raid it for supplies. They've left a scroll of firing, which I will yoink. And let's see what this magic telescope is pointing at, shall we? Oh, it's pointing at monitor. They are monitoring the situation. Do we get a different one each time? Or is it always that one? Okay, this one is always monitor. Unless it was just particularly unluckily random. Ah, there we go. It looks like they noticed our arrival, whoever's using this telescope. Are there any other destinations? It's a monitor. Exactly! This one's pointing inside furnace. I don't know how you get a telescope to... I mean, it's a magic telescope, sure, but it's inside a mountain? This one's Monk Isle, I believe. If only I could just jump through the magic telescope somehow. It would solve a lot of problems. And we're back to monitor. Let's get out of here. Can I double right click to just pathfind? No, I have to verbal my way through this weird thing. And here we've got another big grass field. It's nice, it adds a little bit of extra character to what would otherwise be a very big empty field. Hello, we've got a ruined cottage or something. I don't think we can bash this door down at all. And it looks like they've set it up so that the trees handily block all the holes in the wall. So I think we can't get in there yet, but there's very clearly some stairs down. Maybe hiding secrets. Oh, and this, I remember this. Just happily wandering around, and then you get shot at. Just something in that pit shooting paralysis at us. Very rude. Oh, more spooders. We've got some spider silk to collect, yay. And someone has been sacrificed to an evil spider god. I don't think the necklace is worth anything. I could be wrong. Should we try and take it back and pawn it? With them fancy poison daggers. It looks very pretty, but kind of ineffective. Sorry, I thought I saw something hidden by the trees there. So where are we? We're in this corner there. What if we went and followed the mountain up that way? Because all these mountains around us are the mountains of freedom, which in a staggering twist of ironic irony is a dungeon that they throw criminals in. It's a necklace of purest grape. Delicious. Actually, I hope that I don't get too close to some sort of quest trigger by looking at those mountains. Serpent Isle is not quite as bug-proof as Blackgate. Oh, what's this? Ah, yes. The teleport storm experiment setup. There's a beautiful Cheshire Cat moon out to the west. Nice. I will go and have a look at that later. But yes, we can come here later and do some cool experiments with the lightning storms. Did anyone stash anything in these barrels? No. Okay. So that's just straight north. Some standard issue Ophidian ruins. And I guess it's getting a bit later. You know what? Let's just go back to the inn, hit the hay, have a nice afternoon nap / sleep, and see if any quest triggers trigger. Because I am IRL tired, and also in-game we can just advance the plot a bit. You could use a little food, could you? Well, tough. I'm going to bed. I can't get there. Oh, wow. My companions are in the way. In how many hours shall we awaken thee, Poggers? Let's see, if it's like 5 o'clock and we slept 7 hours, that should get us to midnight. Pleasant dreams. We've been staying up late at night, doing a lot of seances lately, so it's quite reasonable for us to have an early bedtime. Arise, poggers, it is time to continue the quest. Alright peeps, let's go. I must eat now. Okay, okay. Eat. Eat. Food. Food. Civilization. What time is it? Yep, perfect. Just after midnight. Let's see if Mortegro has any more cool spooky seances to do for us. Hello. Hello once again, poggers. Can we do another seance, please? It is time for the seance to begin. I have already prepared all of the elaborate reagents and incantations necessary to open my mind as a portal through which the spirits of the dead may speak. What thou shalt see are not dreams or hallucinations, but actual ghosts who will join with us in communion. Do not be afraid. I summon you, ghosts. Come join us here and speak with us. Share with us thy visions of this world and the next. Once again, I call out to the spirit of Edrin, brother of Cain. If thou canst hear me, Edrin, please contact us. Thy brother Cain dost need to know if thou hast perished. Thou hast been missing for so long that even thy brother dost think he shall never see thee again. If thou canst hear my words, please contact us. There seems to be no reply. This is a favourable sign for Cain. It may well mean that his brother is not in the realm of ghosts. I want my money back. Yeah, no ghost summoning tonight. But yeah, that's interesting bit of information there. Edrin, not dead. What could have happened to him when he got hit by lightning that didn't mean he was dead? Who knows? Can you tell me about Moonshade, buddy? It's a city of mages, run by mages, and that's the way we mages like it. We are even governed by our own council of mages, chaired by Fulbertio, Gustachio, and Rudaluncia. Now, it's kind of bugging me that the F in this font here kind of looks like a lowercase f. So it's lowercase Fulbertio, then capital Gustachio, Rudaluncia. But I assume that the regular F doesn't have that double strike down the middle there. Tell us about Fulbertio. He's the supreme mage lord of the city of Moonshade. Cool. What do you think about Rudaluncia? She is a powerful mage. Her only real weakness is that she is most unpleasant when she is thwarted in her desires. Can you teach me spells? Thou art not a mage, so teaching these spells would be a waste of both our times. Hey, Wedgie, how you doing? How's your Monday been, or is about to be? Apologise for the background noise. I need the window open to live. There's a lowercase f. Ah. So teaching would be spaced all times. Not here, though. If there's a lowercase f, it's just one strike. Oh, I'm blind. If thou art serious about mastering magic, perhaps thou should speak with Master Fedibiblio at the seminarium. But I think thou art too old to learn spellcasting. Too old? Goodbye. I said goodbye. But I think that's what, well, definitely one extra quest flag triggered. It's alright, 2:34 AM. Monday just starting and going to bed in about 30 minutes. Sounds good. Stay in bed. This is the worst service I've ever encountered. Was there anything we wanted to steal? No, a lot of the mage houses are locked at the moment anyway. Let's just go back to bed. And how many hours shall we awaken thee, Boggers? Let's get a good 8 hours in. That would be nice. Pleasant dreams. Arise, Boggers. It is time to continue the quest. Maybe now we can have a banquet invitation? So yeah, I'm very sleepy and close to melting. Telling me to sleep, yes. Have we had Gweno yet? What do you mean had? But yes, Stardrop, we've summoned the spirit of Gweno. Moody Mystery, greetings. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well too. Or at least she didn't explicitly identify herself as Gweno, but she did say, dear Iolo, mine husband. So if Iolo has been secretly marrying some other people on the side, it could have been the ghost of that person. Yep, stuff to buy that we kind of already have. Got the abacus here. Let's see. We have 6 monetari, 34 gold coins, 693 guilders, no falari, no gold nuggets, no gems, no pieces of jewellery, and no bars of gold. Well, I guess that settles the debate about whether that particular necklace counts as jewellery. It does not. It's very pretty, but we'll just dump it in our room here. Health is not the best, so I may be in or out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Moody. Make sure you rest up and take care of yourself. Stash that in there, stash this in there. Yeah. And that sounds like YOLO. Not sure which is funnier, polygamous YOLO or poor grieving wounded YOLO. Anyway, we will find Gweno eventually. There's a song in the game that I do actually really like, which is called A Conversation with Gweno. So that's a bit of a spoiler. Various people yeah, starting to run out of things that we can do here to possibly trigger... maybe we talk with Cain, because we were just informed that Cain's brother Edwin definitely not dead. I mean, they normally hang around the inn, but he wasn't there this morning. Let's see. You? Hey, Cain.
Welcome back, milady. Is not this place marvellous, milady? There be so much to see. Everything is so fancy. I wish Edwin was here with me. I be certain he could show me around.
He surely could.
I hope some of these powerful mages will help me find him.
Okay, passage and buy. That's it. Well, Ale the Parrot, how are you doing? Flindo! Have we got that invitation yet?
Returned again. I understand now why Hawk did not wish to sail the open seas. I do not know how thou wilt leave this island, unless the tales are true. I hope that thou dost like our fine city of Moonshade. If thou wouldst like to know about any place within the city, come to me. What about your promise? I have good news for thee, my friend. As promised, I have arranged for thee to meet with Mage Lord Filbertio. In fact, he plans to hold a banquet in thine honour. I am certain thou wilt find his means of summoning thee very unusual. Go about thy business, and at the appropriate moment, the Mage Lord shall summon thee. What if I'm on the shitter? Huh? What was any place? There are many places that thou wilt want to visit while thou art here. Thou mayest find lodgings at the Blue Boar, thou should see the winery, and there's the artists' bazaar. Looked fairly straightforward to me. 'Tis where many of the artisans can be found. My shop, the Capesi Canton, is located near the Blue Boar Inn. Be sure to stop by and say hello to Busia, who runs the shop for me. So she does all the work and generates the value, and you take all the money and the profit. Huh. Sometimes I cannot understand why I keep her. Each time I enter the shop, there she is, babbling with someone. Makes me wonder if she does do any work at all. More than you do, mate. And sometimes I wonder at her sanity, too. She has developed some far-fetched notions, certes. Why, she would have it that poor young Porthos is connected in some way to the mad mage. Canst thou imagine? Ah, he's got some connections to Erstam, does he? That will be useful. And I forget if he has like the actual information about how we get into the underground tunnels, but as thou mayest imagine, Moonshade has its share of tall tales and stories. In fact, many of them are started by the mages in question to enhance their reputations. But if thou dost listen to the tales, there are ancient passages that connect to the other islands. Or, for that matter, some say that the Mad Mage can teleport anywhere he likes. Where are these passages? I know nothing other than the fact that they are said to exist, and that they are supposedly fraught with peril. Perhaps, if thou dost ask FORBIDDEN, he could confirm it, or even tell thee where they are. Thanks, I might do that. FORBIDDEN is the Magister of Moonshade. It is his duty to test the children throughout the land and bring them to Moonshade for training. Thou mayest find him at the seminarium. It makes my skin crawl, my lady, to think of the damage an untutored mage could do. Alrighty, bye. So let's see if we can make it to the seminarium before we are summoned to the Mage Lord's table. Or is Butchier at the shop? Whoa! Here we go. Hang on, I'm going to adjust the puppy cam because she's got her face visible. Oh. Excuse me for one moment, I've got to mute. Unmuted. Please be seated. We have been waiting for thee. I am the Mage Lord Filbertio. Allow me to introduce the others. First, my fellow members on the Council of Mages. Adept Gustagio, Thou needest not worry, my lady. We have brought thee here against thy will, but only that we may get to know thee. Thou art free to leave, once this dinner is concluded. Quite right, Gustachio. And here is Adept Rotulencia, who I believe thou hast met.
Filbertio is never lacking in social graces, my lady. Now if he only attended to the problems of Moonshade, as he doth attend to his mistresses, speaking of which...
Ahem. Also present, as my dinner companion, is the most charming Frigidazi. She, too, is a mage.
Welcome to thee. These cursed teleportation storms have made travel so difficult that we are becoming isolated. It has disturbed everyone, but it is good to see a new face.
Good mages, this is the adventurer from a distant land whose arrival was foretold in our conjurings.
Could she be responsible for the storms which plague the land, or for the growing strangenesses which afflict our spellcasting?
I hope, my dear, that she is the solution to our problems, rather than the cause.
Thou art a fool, mage lord. Our guest is most certainly a factor in the supernatural disturbances that are threatening our world. Let us question her now.
Exort flam! Stop that. How rude. Must. Oh, stop this. See here, Rotulencia. This stranger may have secrets, as do we all. But I will not condone treating a guest of the council like a criminal.
Yeah, imagine. The Avatar being treated like a criminal. Thrown into jail. Oh, the horror.
Thou dost dare to interfere with my spells? Mage Lord, I demand that thou reprimandest this sorcerer.
Reprimandest? Is that a word?
My dear, calm thyself. Perhaps our visitor shall tell us all, without the use of force. If there is one thing I cannot stand, it is being hamstrung by petty politics. Thou art not half the man thou once wert, Filbertio. I bid you all a pleasant dinner. I have lost mine appetite, and I am leaving. But mark my words, I shall have my way.
Goodbye, witch.
And to think she was once a young and beautiful sorceress before her ambitions turned her cold and heartless.
Pardon me. I beg thy pardon, Mage Lord Filbertio, but I have an urgent message for thee. I regret to import that mine attempts to locate any significant quantity of the reagent blood moss have met with failure.
In my head, Rotulencia sounds like the villain from Spellbinder. I'm not familiar with that one.
Porthos! I should send thee to the dungeons and have the rats feed on thy carcass.
Dear guests, I am afraid that I shall have to adjourn this pleasant repast.
90s Kids Show. Cool.
Porthos and I must speak privately concerning important matters of state that definitely don't concern the forbidden reagent blood moss. I thank thee all for coming. Get out now.
And Gustachio just sits down at someone else's plate, starts helping himself to the food. We should do the same, but I wonder if we'll just get attacked for taking food that is rightfully ours. Just like we did for the Knight's Test feast that we went through in Monitor. Can we take this? Cool. And this? We can't get there. This? It's just too far away. I need a longer fork. What's this? Hornfish. Looks a lot like a retextured lamb shank, but okay. And this? Demon roast. Ooh, yes. Take that. The automaton's busy clearing up the table. Are these cups drinkable? No. Hey, Gustachio. How'd that go? I'm sorry, but I do not have time for this. My studies devour my entire day. Oh, right, we're not actually a mage yet. They're just slightly more aware of us. Now, where is that something? Well, we've got the run of Mage Lord Filbertio's place here. Can drink his booze. He's got a bunch of scrolls here which are create food. Yep, cool. Can't steal those, I think, because the automaton's right there. He's got a bedroom right next to the dining area. Okay. Nice painting. Fur pallet next to the fireplace with little statues. Very, very tasteful. Solid gold table. I love it. Locked door to a teleporter. Guess we'll figure that one out later. Are there any hidden levers? Because we do love hiding levers in this game. Ah, there's one behind his throne room. Let's have a quick check in his library, see what he's up to here. Never seen a gold table before. Looks nice, yeah. At some point, I'm going to just enable the hack mover cheat and we'll set us up a nice permanent house somewhere. The Dwellers of Serpentile, by Byman. 1/4 of a millennium ago, the man Damon Lord British impressed upon the citizens of Caesarea his 8 virtues. Most of the citizens were deluded into believing that his way of life was just and fair. Some were strong enough to oppose his rule and fled to begin their own civilization, free of the oppressive autocracy. Those brave folk, led by a mage whose bravery is now sadly forgotten, ventured out to sea, with little idea as to their destination. Only a firm belief that Lord British was a tyrant whose rule was not to be tolerated. Yolo, Dupre, Shamino, you following along here? They don't like Lord British here. Just, you know, seems to be a theme. You might want to remember it. Erstam led them to a large island, which was instantly christened New Caesarea. The land's name was changed shortly thereafter to Serpent Isle, after the strange ruins found there. And we've read the rest of that before. No. Book. Principles of Economics by Heil. Economics is, simply put, the study of how an entity could most efficiently allocate its limited resources. I use the word entity because these principles, moderately adjusted, may be applied on different levels. From the largest and consequently least detailed level, that of a worldwide market in which the blah 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 blah, Neko does not have enough ability to focus on an in-game economics book in the game world. What's this one? The Crying Lute by Gant. Beautiful. The House of the Unicorn by Gant. Brings me to tears every time. No Such Thing as Fairies by Gant. I mean, arguably fairies are objectively real. Like, you can prove it, you can summon them and what have you. The Apothecary's Desk Reference. We've read this before. Briggio's Book of Astonishing Things, a compiled volume of items of interest both magical and mundane by Briggio of Moonshade. In this volume, compiled for easily referenced, are some of the many fascinating constructions I have found during my researches. These items range from interesting uses for mundane items to fascinating miscarriages of magic. Wands, a trio of terrible weaponry. The 3 identified varieties of magical wand all seem to have been made for the express purpose of changing the combat-weak spellcaster into a battle-ready automaton, and for those with the ability to keep them from losing their potency, no small feat of magic, mind thee, but simple for anyone capable of crafting the wand in the first place. They are perhaps the most formidable weapons of their size.
Fire Wand. This wand releases a bolt of flaming death. According to all known texts on the subject, the carnage was called amazing. Lightning Wand. The effects of a bolt of lightning as it bursts forth from the wand is as devastating as its counterpart, the Fire Wand. However, according to one of its proponents, the corpses look and smell much less offensive. Magician's Wand. While only slightly more lethal than the typical bow, this wand is rendered quite effective due to two interesting facets. Its damage is of a most magical nature, and more than powerful against monsters with a predilection for challenging mages, and it never ceases to function. If thou art interested in power and duration, this is the wand for thee. Fire Doom Staff. Lethality itself. This staff, which hurls exploding fireballs that actually seek out a target, is perhaps the most lethal of all magical weapons created in the era of human-gargoyle cooperation. But, as with most of the more powerful magic weapons, its limited life means it may fail thee at the worst of times. Also, it kind of just has a tendency of doing a lot of friendly fire. Glass Swords, a historical legacy of death. These single-use swords will almost always kill any creature in a single blow, but they are seldom useful for a second opponent. Other miscellaneous magical weaponry. As a general case, any person with a modicum of magical talent can identify magical weapons, armor, and other apparatus by their pulsating glow. Often, however, the color indicates even more about the item than merely the existence of the enchantment. For example, a green field often denotes a poisoning weapon. Burst arrows, an arrow of myriad targets. The arrow functions as a normal arrow, but upon impact explodes into 1,000 flying shards of death. Venom Dagger, the assassin's tool. The shimmering green dagger is actually the enchanted tooth of a poisonous sea serpent, joined to the hilt of a normal dagger. Its envenomed blade injects a slow poison into its victim. Very, very slow, but it frequently breaks. It is the perfect assassination weapon. See Alagnus History, Assassination of Baron Johann IV, page 54. Stone Harpy, unnatural beast. The stone harpy is the creation of the twisted mind of the magus. It is reputed to be magically triggered by the close approach of any creature. The Art of Field Dressing by Harner. That's a book straight out of Blackgate. Weaving by Carolyn. Okay, yep, you can actually weave in this game. Oh, and what's this spell scroll? Translation. Well, we already picked one of these up, and at some point we will want to transcribe them into our spell book. But it wouldn't hurt to have a duplicate. Alright, let's rob the Mage Lord blind, shall we? We've got a secret lever here. And now we have access to, if we can just kind of, yep. All of these chests and gold bars, don't mind if I do. Now, what's the chance that these chests are trapped, do you think? That one's empty. Pick broke. Do I need a key? It's possible I need a key. I remember there was a key hidden around here somewhere. How many lockpicks do we have left? We've only got 2 lockpicks left. We may have to leave it at that and just steal all those gold bars for now. Wait, was it under the plant pot? Haha! Anything under here? No. Purple key? Wait, does the key open this door? Or is it the key to the chests? Or both? Not the key to the door. Man, I shouldn't have wasted all those lockpicks. They're hard to come by. Oh yes. Gold nuggets, gems, don't mind if I do. We are slightly richer. Oh, these are hard to pick up. Literally pixel perfect accuracy is required to handle these things. Wait a minute. That's a virtue stone. If we had the mark and recall spell, I wonder if we would actually be able to use this. But we don't get the mark and recall spell in Serpent Isle, so perhaps that's just a random useless stone. Some more guilders, yep. Ooh. A fire sword. That's nice because Dupre here dual wielding the demon roasts. I still don't actually know if those are edible. This will produce some light. And a magic axe, why not? Cool beans. Of course, the downside to the fire sword is it makes a constant crackling noise. But does emit light, which is going to be very nice for dungeons. We can also go out here to the Mage Lord's private boat. Where did Iolo and Shamino go? Guys, they're having trouble pathfinding. Iolo, where are you? There you are. Okay, guys, follow carefully down this narrow passage. Yeah. Alright, now onto the boat. Can we use it? This is Fulbertio's barge. Yes, Iolo, and I'm stealing it. This is Fulbertio's barge. Yes, we're going to take it for a ride. This is Fulbertio's barge. Me and my damn goody-goody companions. I bet if I dismissed them all as well, the Avatar herself would speak up and say, oh, that would be stealing. Ooh, yes, what's here? Right, so Fulbertio's Manor doubles as the courtroom and jail cell and what have you. That must be handy. That is a wall. How do we open that? I mean, that would be kind of pointless for the trial because we get escorted directly onto the teleporter. And that door's locked, so it's not like an alternative way to sneak in here or sneak out. Maybe when we return from freedom we use that way to get out. I'm not sure. Alright, tell you what, there's been enough background noise on this stream already. Let's just get Dupre to switch from fire sword to magic sword for a bit. And let's eat this hornfish, why not? Yum. So let's go talk to teacher guy. Begins with an F, not for Bertio. Fedibiblio. Let's go talk to Fedibiblio. Because apparently he knows about secret passages. And we would like to know about secret passages. Wait, what am I saying? Secret tunnel. Ah, it's hot. And Neko is tired. Look at Poppy, she's kind of melted out on the sofa there. We'll see how we go, but maybe short episode this week.
and then maybe, hopefully, nice cool weather for the rest of the week. That would be nice, please. Fedibiblio. Fedibiblio? There we are. Thou hast a voracious appetite for knowledge. What dost thou desire to learn? What do you know about Moonshade? Since thou art a visitor, I'm not reading all this again. Artisans, mundanes, letter, nope. You're a magister. What does the magister does? I was appointed as magister for life. Tenure, nice. And the seminarium, what does it do? The seminarium is unique in all the land. For all mages are welcome to come here and study our records concerning spell research and magical activity. Any mage can study here in safety, knowing that this place is a sanctuary from violence. Passing travelers also stop here to access our library. We'd already talked about that because we'd learned about Battlen being here. Can I have a spellbook, please? Thou didst not understand me. The roots must be fresh, taken from the swamp precisely as the tides are receding. These roots are stale and unsuitable for our purposes. Return to Monk Isle, and return with fresh roots of the mandrake. Alright, we've got to go to Monk Isle and get a good rootin'. Oh man, I could have probably just stolen this abacus instead of going to the trouble of buying one. Hello, Amulet of Protection. I mean, this is clearly one of the children's storage rooms. But, I mean, I think the children are pretty well protected here in the seminarium. I don't think anything bad could have befall them. But, you know, we're going out there to dungeons and all sorts of dangerous places. Oh, there's the magic compass. Can we take it out and use it? That might be fun to try and use in some of the mazes, but yeah, I think it's just broken and it will point all over the place. It's a bit like what's-his-face's magical compass. Captain Jack Sparrow. Shows the way to what your heart wants the most. Anyway, let's sort of scroll the screen down a bit and grab this Amulet of Protection. Yoink. And this bananas. Nobody saw that, right? Fantastic. Oh, you've got a magical compass too, Stardrop. Amazing. Ooh, there's a key in here. What does it open? A lot of these mages have keys. And until I've got my key rings sorted out, I'm not going to just keep looting them, because I might need to keep track of what opens which. But yeah, that's interesting. Because there's nothing that's obviously locked in here. And there's no, like, secret passages here. No. Be nice. Alright. We're out of here. The good news is that Pothos, because he arrived at the banquet, we can now talk to Pothos. And he has some connections to Erstam, the Mad Mage. And Erstam can apparently teleport wherever he likes, and that is an ability I would also like. Just tidy up inventory and things. Yes, so Amulet of Protection. So long, Ankh Amulet. I've converted. I'm a protectionist now. But fine, here. YOLO, you need to accessorize a bit. Like, your outfit just does not... it needs something. It's too heavy! Oh, of course. Okay. Need to spend some of our ill-gotten gains. He's carrying around a bunch of gold bars.
There you are, Porthos, my man. How's it going?
Yes, I remember thee from the banquet. Rotellancia wanted to kill thee.
Really? I mean, she looks like she wants to kill everyone.
Welcome to the apothecary's shop. I am Porthos, the proprietor.
That banquet, eh? That was kind of short.
I apologize for disrupting the party, milady. Normally I wouldn't have been there, but I had been on a special errand for the Mage Lord.
Yes, we all heard how you were on a special errand for the Mage Lord to get Bloodspawn, the forbidden reagent of evil. What was that errand?
With these storms, I had had little trade with the mainland, so I'm nearly out of most reagents. Filbertio wished me to gather some blood moss for him. I tried, but these storms have brought fierce monsters into that area, and I'm no adept to deal with them.
What area would that be?
Filbertio threatened to throw me into the Mountains of Freedom if I did not obtain the blood moss. I'd trade my dearest secret to be able to find some blood moss.
Wow, okay, your dearest secret, huh? I could possibly go for that. How about freedom, then?
The name was meant in jest, I'm certain, for the Mountains of Freedom are a prison, milady. A prison meant to hold mage and mundane alike. It is said that if thou art sentenced to that terrible stone pit, and thou canst win thy way back to the outside world, then thou art free. No one will hunt thee for the crimes thou didst commit before thine incarceration. The only problem is that none have ever won free, and Filbertia reigns unchallenged.
Unchallenged, hey?
There's little true crime here, milady. Most of the offenders that find themselves within the confines of freedom are there because they angered Filbertio in some way. The very existence of freedom silences most of the Mage Lord's detractors.
And it's a stone pit, huh? Full of this stone heart stuff that I happen to have right here?
The Mountains of Freedom are a mine that was shut down long ago when the quantity of ore became profitless to dredge from the mountain's heart. Filbertio devised a new use for it, and turned it into a prison. Now its value lies not in what is gotten out of the mine, but in what is put into it.
And you wouldn't normally have been there. Why?
While it is true that I am a mage, I am not an adept, and Filbertio invites only adepts to his banquets, as a rule. And you guys, I guess. There are different levels of competence with magic, milady. It is all based on what level of spells thou canst cast. I myself can only master the 3rd level of spells. An adept can master the 9th level of spells.
9th? Everybody knows there's only 8th level spells.
Only an adept can become Mage Lord, or sit on the Council of Mages. So I make my living selling reagents to adepts.
What do you think of Filbertio, then?
Filbertio is the Mage Lord, and thou wouldst do well to not forget that while thou art in Moonshade. Filbertio is a man of great passions. The Mountains of Freedom are a powerful argument against crossing him in any way.
The Mountains of Freedom have the Stoneheart stuff in it, do they?
How dost thou come by that? No, I did not ask that. I do not want to know.
My dude, you are the one that's going out there looking for forbidden reagents. And casually dropping that in conversation in other people's banquets.
Dost thou know that possession of that stone is forbidden? Dost thou know how much certain adepts would pay for the reagent that stone produces?
Yeah, you, right? It makes Bloodspawn, right? Why is it forbidden?
Prolonged exposure to Stoneheart causes insanity, milady. And to have the type of powder that the reagent makes in the hands of a madman is unthinkable. Of course, as an apothecary, I could buy it from thee,
and find a buyer or two with clearance to possess it. I could make thee a good offer, say 120 guilders. Wilt thou sell it? No, I think I can get more out of it. Just move my mic back a bit. I'm close to clipping. Oh, I didn't mean to click yes. I didn't mean to click yes. But the microphone distracted me and I'm tired. Can we do that over again? We could read some more stuff, I guess, and then zip through it later. What reagent does that rock that I just sold you produce? It produces blood spawn when mixed with a quantity of blood. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. If thou hast a ritual bloodletting device, which is technically forbidden as well, thou must fill a small container with blood. Then thou must use the blood on the stone heart. This produces the blood spawn that thou wilt need for death spells. Thou must be very careful. It is very powerful. Alright, what do you think about Rotaluncia? Like Filbertio, Rotaluncia doth have a will of steel and a fiery temper. She is convinced that some outside force is responsible for these abominable storms. She hates thee because she thinks that thou art keeping knowledge from her. It isn't anything personal, my lady. What force? Well, to be precise, I should say that she suspects a recent visitor, a mage named Batlin. I'll grant that he came through asking all sorts of questions, and badgering people to sell their serpent teeth, but I fail to see how she thinks he doth have anything to do with the storms. And I'm afraid that she thinks all strangers are in league with Batlin. Of course, it did not help that he had that daemon either. Ooh, lots more to talk about there. What storms? Definitely magic-born, no doubt about it. Anyone caught outside during one risks being teleported into oblivion, or turned into a parrot or something, you know. Gustachio has been working on finding a way to stop the storms, but so far he has not had any luck. Mayhaps now that Mortegro is helping him, they'll find the answer. I certainly hope so. Moonshade is isolated until they do. Where is Batlin now? Little fat man. Now. He's evil, but don't fat shame. Small beard and moustache. Hey. Don't judge him on appearance. Angry scowl. I'm sure thou wilt remember him if thou hast met him. Yeah, we've met. Not a particularly nice person that I recall. Seemed like any other adept, used to getting his way and angry if thwarted. I dealt as little with him as possible. Why was he asking people to sell their serpent teeth? 'Tis a tradition, my lady, to steal some small item from the mad mage, to prove thou art a worthy mage. A particular favourite item to purloin is a serpent tooth from the mad mage's collection. As far as I know, they're useless. But Batlin certainly wanted to purchase them. No one would sell. Who knows, perhaps he hoped to make some sort of deal with the mad mage for them. And there was a daemon with him? Yes, Batlin had a daemon wandering about his heels, as tame as thou couldst please. Did his bidding without a word. Big, ugly red creature. 'Tis just the thing to catch Rotaluncia's eye. She's very interested in learning to tame a daemon for her personal servant. She was quite put out that Batlin wouldn't tell her how he had done it. I think he pays him? Probably not a very good wage, but, you know. It's funny how accounts of Batlin have changed so much between the Blackgate and Serpent Isle. He used to be seen as a genial, intelligent, and charismatic, and now he's just a jerk. Yeah, his character portrait has changed a lot too. But I think that's just the effect of he's dropped his facade that he needed to win over people and convert them to the Fellowship. Now he's just mask off. But I'm sure Filbertio heaved a sigh of relief when Batlin refused to tell her. Everyone knows that Rotaluncia would love to feed Filbertio to a daemon in small pieces. What questions?
Madeline seemed very interested in learning more of the history of the ancient people of this land.
The fiend! He's learning history!
The ones we call the Ophidians. As I am far from my days as a novice, I do not remember all that the Magister taught us. I wasn't much interested then, or now. I sent him to FORBIDDEN. Excuse me, more background noise. Alright. What's about Gustachio? Gustachio is an adept that specializes in working with the weather, the power of nature and all that. Gustachio said something about needing to learn as much about the storms as possible. Even babbled something about learning to see the colors, at least it sounded like babble to me. What do you think about Mortegro? He's cool. Mortegro is an adept that specializes in speaking with the dead. He doth not bind them to service or anything, he simply talks to them. Why Gustachio wants Mortegro's help I'll never know, unless the dead are responsible for the storms or something. And these Ophidians, nice people? As I told thee, I don't recall very much history. All I do know is that the ancients seem to have worshipped serpents. If thou wishest to know more, ask FORBIDDEN. He's very learned on the subject. It's learned, Porthos. Learned. FORBIDDEN keeps the library here in Moonshade. All information, whether historical or magical in nature, finds its way into his hands. He's also the teacher of the novices, so I'm certain that he will be able to help thee with any questions thou mightest have. What do you mean by that? Do I look like a novice to you? I can cast spells. Why, certainly, my lady. Okay, apothecary's shop. I sell everything that thou wouldst need to cast spells or do magic. Unfortunately, I have a very limited supply of most things right now. I can't buy a spellbook from you. Shit. What about this apparatus I found one day? It is a mage's equipment, but I don't recognize the style. Every mage prefers something different from the others. This isn't one I'm familiar with, but I'm not that well connected. Thou shouldst ask Master Ducio, or better yet, Topo, if thou dost wish an answer. Yep. We already did that. It was Vesculio's, apparently. And what can we buy from you? Potions, reagents, magic items. Can I buy some Bloodspawn? Because you're apparently in need of Bloodspawn, so I could have it and then give it back to you. And there's another airplane going overhead. One moment, please. Hey, not bad. We can buy magic leggings, magic boots, magic axe, sword of defense, magic bolts, and glass swords. This is a much better vendor than we used to get in Blackgate. But I'll do that later. What else can we buy? Potions? Sleeping, healing, light, curing, awakening, protection, invisibility. Okay, maybe later. So I'm a fool and I've lost the ruddy rock. Okay. And we can't, like, get it back from him, maybe. No. So what I'll do, I will reload. And then I can zip through those dialogue options without reading them out this time. But this time we will remember to say, no, you can't have my special rock. Did we steal the stuff? We did not. Take off my symbol of virtue, put on my symbol of protection. Oh
And we need to steal the bar as well, because otherwise the timeline could get corrupted. We already stole the scrolls. I mean, liberated the scrolls for the purpose of virtuous questing. And it sounds like we could actually make some bloodspawn ourselves. And maybe we could give it to Porthos in exchange for his dearest secret? That would be nice. Let's see, banquet. I could do this off stream, but then I'm never going to remember to do it, so hey. Errand. Blood moss. Wait, blood moss? I thought you were after bloodspawn. In fact, I'm fairly sure you were after bloodspawn. Trade my dearest secret to be able to find some blood moss. I mean, all these reagents like blood this and death whatever. No, he says moss every time. I must be misremembering. Wouldn't have been there, blah blah blah. Freedom, da 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 dee 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 dee. Da 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 da. Fabertio is great. Yay, Fabertio. Adepts, only 4th level spells. Stone pits, dredged, blah blah blah, unchallenged. Little true crime here. Look at this crazy stuff. How dost thou come by that? No, I did not ask that. I do not want to know. Dost thou know that possession of that stone is forbidden? Dost thou know how certain adepts would pay for the reagent that that stone produces? It produces bloodspawn when mixed with company blood. If there was a ritual bloodletting device, and then you definitely wouldn't want to put the blood into a container and then put it onto the rock, because that would produce the forbidden reagent that is forbidden. Forbidden? Prolonged exposure to cause insanity, milady. I've been carrying this around since the start of the game. But I'm still fine. Actually, Shamino has been carrying this around since the start of the game. But he's fine. I'm sure he's definitely not going to go crazy and kill us all. Clear it. Will that sell it? No. I shall not tell anyone that thou hast the stone heart, milady. But thou shouldst be likewise discreet. I've been telling everyone I can find about this thing. Okay. Apparatus we don't care about. Apothecary's shop. Cast spells, do magic, limited supply. Redundancia. Do. Force. Batlin. Serpent teeth. Storms. Do. Batlin is bad. Questions. Ophidians. Went to Feda Biblio. Serpent teeth. Useless, but everyone wants them. Damon. Big ugly red creature. Yep. Gustachio is doing weather magic. Mortegro is helping him. Ophidians liked serpents a lot. Feda Biblio teaches people like novices like myself. Alright, that's it. I'll figure out what I want to buy later, because I'm feeling quite tired already. But I want to see, what level are we? We're level 6, so we're already better than adept at casting spells. Or at least we would be if we had a spell book. Now, did we get any nice quest flags from that? Because we've spoken to Porthos now. We know about Serpent Teeth, that's good. We know how to turn... How did I manage that? I double-clicked on my portrait thing here, but missed my backpack by a pixel. And opened the crate behind it. I really don't remember the game operating in this manner. I thought this would actually, like, block my click. Anyway, just game developer things.
So, bloodletting device. Yes, there's a couple scattered around here. But Mortegro is working with Gustachio right now. Are you sure? No, we can't help Gustachio out yet. Fine. Let's go to Mortegro's house and take his bloodletting device. I'm trying to remember if I get thrown into freedom first before I visit Urstam, or if I can visit Urstam and then get thrown into freedom. I think, because considering once we meet Urstam we can start teleporting all around the place, it's probably the case that I have to get thrown into freedom and go through that whole thing. I was hoping to have access to those secret underground passages they mentioned though. Why am I going up here? Went too far. Neko's ability to focus and concentrate on the game is waning. It is still 28.2 degrees, is that right? Yeah. Check it out, RNet 4, 28.2 degrees, and 612 particles per million. This unit just traps the heat during the whole night. It's horrible. Hot during the summer and cold during the winter. Exactly what you want in a domicile. So, Mortegro's not in today. Oh, but his automaton friend is. Still, maybe... Can I move the chair around without attracting the automaton's ire? Otherwise, I'm sure there's another device we can get somewhere, but let's try moving this silver chair. Yes, okay. So it's that row. So we'll let the automaton go there. And then trap him. Haha. And then maybe while he's not looking, hopefully, yoink this thing. Here, Dupre, you hold on to it. Am I in trouble? Not in trouble. Excellent. Is there anything else? It's a bit dark. Let's grab one of his torches here. Candles, whatever, same thing. And yep, lever, cool. Can pull that. Gain access to his secret room of secret things. And there's a magic orb. What does it do? The magic orb reads, Batlin is thy friend. Do his bidding, Avatar. Well, I mean, magic orb says so. What other advice does the magic orb have for us? The magic orb reads, Trust thy friends not. Slay them instead, Avatar. Good advice. I'm on to you guys. What else? Wisdom of the orb. Magic orb reads, My sources say yes. Magic orb reads, My sources say yes. Magic orb reads, Answer hazy, thou shouldst... Ask him later. I'm going to take the magic orb. The magic orb is my friend. And although it is black and my inventory is very dark, we'll try and keep track of it. And next stream, I'll make a channel point redeem where we can ask the magic orb a question. Yeah. Fun things to do and stuff. Oh, let's close the door so that Mortegro is completely none the wiser that we have stolen his magic orb. Mortegro has no less than 2 keys just hanging around. That one opens the front door,
And he's got another one that's all glowy and stuff. Anyway, that's the bloodletting device obtained. We need a receptacle. We might find one around here. We do. Can we take it without getting people angry at us? Whoops. That chest is trapped. Oh, it's just got filare in it. Maybe I'll just take the bucket. It's fine. Nobody cared. It's just a bucket. Now, no, come on, let's do this in some place suitably spooky. I mean, I could go to that place that we dumped the dead ranger, but we'll do it here in the children's school, in their eating room. Sure. Oh no, they're following us. No, I don't like it when the children follow us. It's just like a particular time of day that they always hang around. Poppy? Where are you going, Pop? Might be going for a snack. Sleepy children, yes. As all children are. Oh, I know. We could go to Pothos's secret hidey hole, where he's got zombies and whatever else that he likes doing. Certainly there's some monsters down here involved. Alright, Dupre. Fire sword, please. Good, good. Now, Shamino, you are the one who has the ruddy rock. And in your other hand, let's see, that, who has the bloodletting device? It's a strange bit of music loop to go on. Okay. I've never heard this bit of music actually loop before. What are you doing, game? Okay, so just put that away for a sec. Hold the bucket in that hand. Hold your bloodletting device in that hand. And we're gonna do some evil ritual. Cannot type. Neither have I. Usually it just plays once. Yeah, it's like I most think of it in terms of the Silver Seed maze puzzles. Alright, well, strange music. Shamino, please provide blood for the ritual bloodletting device. Ow. Okay, that didn't work. Do I have to be the one carrying the bucket? Ow! No. What about we put it on the floor next to you? Ow! Nice! Alright, now we have a bucket of Shamino blood. And if you could pour that over the forbidden stone, can we make the forbidden reagent? Close the window. It closed the window and it seems to have made the bucket of blood evaporate. Where's my bucket of blood? Okay, let's get out of here before this noise makes me insane. Well, that was a failure. Maybe the game won't let us create the forbidden reagent out of a ruddy rock because it's... I mean, it's sort of a quest item. It's one of the things that we want to find what got replaced with it. Okay, fine. At least we got to bleed Shamino dry for a bit. I think what we could do... What we could choose to do next is... meet another of the people who weren't in town previously, but who are now. If she'll just let us into her house. Maybe... I don't remember what the trigger for Frigidasi is. If she's just going to stay in her house all the time. I met her at the banquet. And how can we get some blood moss for Porthos? Like, we don't have any, do we? We haven't just picked some up? Oh, okay, the bucket went back into the avatar's inventory. Fair enough, I'll just leave it here. Yeah, our inventory's a mess. We've got mandrake root. We've got sulfurous ash. Din 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 Zerate. How are you? Welcome on in. Good to see you. We're just doing inventory management of the game. There's some worm hearts, nightshades, yep, nice. Spider silk, serpent scales. I don't think we have any blood moss. I'm having a low energy day. I hope you're well. I'm having a very low energy day. It has been very hot today. 35 degrees. And my unit that I live in here has this interesting property that it just traps all of the heat from the day and dissipates it slowly. Hi. I could adjust the camera to show Poppy. She's turned into a blanket. Yeah, no, that white puddle, she melted. Hello. Oh. Okay, well, she was looking out the window, but she's moving now because I spoke her name. She's looking at me, saying, "Oh, I am but skin and bones. If only I could have a morsel of food." Yeah. Maybe later. I won't be able to track her with the camera right now. So, let's think. We've talked to Porthos. Porthos wants blood moss. We know about some tunnels that might take us off of Moonshade. I believe we could talk to the rangers about it at some point. Good day, miss. So? We meet again. What was your name? What business is it of thine? Who art thou, coming into my city and asking questions? If thou must know, I'm Julia, chief of rangers. If thou dost make trouble in Moonshade, I will see that thou art sent to the dungeons. No trouble. Beware of how thou dost step. The Mage Lord is apt to send any transgressor into the pits beneath the Mountains of Freedom. None have returned from that dank, dark abyss. Okay. Can I get out of Moonshade? Aye, the City of Mages. There is much magic here, and more than a little sorcery. The name is symbolic. Moon represents the powers beyond those of mere mortals, just as the moon is suspended over the world. As for Shade, it stands for shelter against the cruel light of honesty. We believe in truth here, but only within reason. Sorcery? Sorcery is outlawed here in Moonshade.
But that does not mean that some mages do not still practice its dark arts. Whereas magic is neither good nor evil, sorcery, with its use of blood spawn, has no good intent at all. And the very possession of Stoneheart would have thee thrown into the deepest corners of the dungeons. Oh, Stoneheart, like this? Thou art certainly ignorant. Thou art rude. My, thou art touchy. I meant no offence, only thou dost not know things that are common knowledge here. Stoneheart is the ore that produces bloodspawn. I know not how this is done, I am not a mage, and I would advise thee to use great caution about who thou dost ask, lest thou dost find thyself thrown in the dungeons. Oh, heaven forbid. And, what do you know about magic? Mages use reagents and such like to cast magic. The good or ill of it comes from the caster's intent. Magic, in and of itself, is neither good nor evil, but sorcery is another matter altogether. And where could I get reagents, like blood moss? Why ask me about them? I'm a ranger, not a mage. If thou dost seek out such information, seek out Pothos. Do not trouble me to teach thee the rudiments of magic. I am no teacher. Thou shouldst seek for the Biblio with thine annoying questions. Alright, and how do I get Bloodspawn? Thou dost not know of Bloodspawn? Good. The less that thou knowest, the less trouble thou canst cause. I will say only that spells of great destruction require that vile compound. I will tell thee no more. Cool. Alright, bye. Can't learn anything more from her. So I think our current options now are starting to get more limited. I want to be able to talk to Gustachio about the lightning storms. But he's still ignoring me because we're not a mage. We could be a mage if we got our spell book, but that means going to Monk Isle. And we can't get to Monk Isle. And then there's Frigidazi, who might get us further in the storyline. Are we doing any more seances? What? You're doing a seance during the middle of the day? Okay. I think this is just a repeat of the last one, because like the first two are unique and then the next one is just trying to summon the spirit of Cain's brother. I didn't realize that he would let us do it in the middle of the day. The first two you definitely have to go at night. Poppy, you not? I'm streaming. It is time for the seance to begin. I've already prepared all the elaborate reagents and incantations necessary to open my mind as a portal through which the dead spirits of the dead may speak. What thou shalt see are not dreams or hallucinations, but actual ghosts who will join with us in communion. Do not be afraid. I summon you, ghosts. Come to us here and speak with us. Share with us thy visions of this world and the next. Once again, I call out to the spirit of Edrin, brother of Cain. If they consider me Edrin, please contact us. Please come to the white courtesy phone. There seems to be no reply. Yep, okay. So that's a dead end too. Maybe we can talk to FORBIDDEN about some new conversation options. That's ginseng, right? Yeah, not blood moss. And what's that? Agnium. I don't remember that reagent, honestly. Come on, where's FORBIDDEN? Oh, he's actually teaching. Seriously, can I not get more dialogue options here? Swamp, blah blah blah. Moonshade, can I get out? Can I get to... Because I think what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to learn Porthos' secret, and then from that we can get
off the island and see Urstam. And also to Monk Isle, and by doing that we get access to the spellbook and what have you. So, but Porthos said he would trade his secret for access to Bloodmoss. I forget if we actually trade him for it, or if we just catch him in some act, like if we visit him at the right time of day. What about the lesser mages? Tell us about Porthos. No, he won't tell us directly. Okay. Mundanes. Alright, change subject. Magister? Like, yeah, do you know about secret passages, please? Seminarium. Yeah, change subject. Bye. Alright, I'll have another look, but this may be a good time to just kind of sleep on it and figure things out later. Hi. Hey. If you could switch your sword out again, please. This sword is noisy. Can't talk to Rushaluncia about the stockings. Not Rushaluncia. Columna. Has anybody told you where to get the Bloodmoss? No. Maybe Butchia knows. Butchia. I don't... I guess Butchia. I'm so glad to see thee again, lady. Do you have information? I'm not certain that I'll know anything useful, but in what art thou interested? Places. Where can I get Bloodmoss? Interested in seeing the sights, eh? Well, I can tell thee about the islands or the mountains. Tell me about islands. I hope thou art not planning to visit the Isle of the Mad Mage, Urstam. He was once perhaps a powerful wizard, one of the founders. But now I wonder about a man who feels the need to run from civilization. Now, if thou dost mean to visit Monk Isle, then I shall not discourage thee. Residing within the dense forest, the monks devote their entire lives to the pursuit of knowledge. I've heard of this game. Apparently it almost destroyed the company, but then they came out with the absolute bangers of Ultima 8 and 9. Hey G-Funk, welcome on in. Yeah, Ultima 8 and 9, absolute bangers, and if you want you can go visit the G-Funk's VODs and possibly be able to see him playing it. How are you doing? I am very hot, and I feel like I need to call it a night and just sleep. But it's too hot. Like my unit, it just likes to trap all of the heat from the day, and I'm stuck here. Thanks, Carleen. Really great to see you playing this as well. It means I can get an idea about it. Yeah. It's a good game, yeah. I'm just a little stuck in the questline here, as I was back in the day when we played it. There's a lot of like quest triggers you've got to have set right before you can proceed. It's not always obvious what to do. I mean, back in the day when me and my sister were playing it, this was not really a terrible thing. You can just kind of hang out here and have fun talking to people and exploring. But if I'm doing this on stream and I'm going to get stuck, I'm going to get feel like a little awkward, like, oh no, now a whole stream and we haven't made any progress. So we'll see how we go. I'm sure something will come to me. Probably we just have to talk to the right person. Ah yes, the Mountains of Freedom. They occupy the entire shoreline of the northern part of the island. Be wary, for there are plenty of native monstrosities that call the mountainous caverns their home. Alright, nothing more. Is there anything else I can help you with? People? It would be wrong for me to speak about people behind their backs. So please, do not tell anyone. Dost thou desire to know about townsfolk or visitors? Townsfolk, definitely. Dost thou have an interest in mere mundanes or mages? The mages.
Everything in this city revolves around the wizards and their cliques. Whom dost thou desire to know about? Porthos the apothecary. What's his secret? Porthos is back, and his shop is open once again. Ah, yes, I know what you mean, especially with Ultima 8, yeah. Hast thou heard the rumour about the apothecary? Some say that he hath a most uncanny resemblance to the Mad Mage. I think so too. The Mad Mage, you say? Surely thou hast heard of Erstam, the Mad Mage. 'Twas he who helped found this city. Once he was a great wizard, able to control the very elements themselves, but then, as his power grew, his sanity shrank. It shrank and shrank until it was too small to perceive, and he went dashing into the hills, shrieking threats and insults. Past the mountains of freedom wilt thou find his isles. I must be getting back to work now, but it hath been nice talking with thee. Oh, yeah, I think Stardrops are still down. I think that's the clue we needed to go talk to Porthos. If thou wert to be at the Blue Boar Inn at 10 tonight, I could discuss these things further with thee. Have a nice day. So it's interesting that the game kind of gatekeeps what Busia will reveal about people and places and strange objects. Like, if you talk too much, the normal RPG trope is to just sit there talking about everything and everything, and time is paused while you're talking, so you suddenly get this enormous info dump. But there, it kind of keeps track that, like, okay, you've been talking for enough now. Come back later. Or indeed, like, wait a day before you can reveal more conversation topics. Oh, wait, we went past Porthos' place. Okay, so I'm hoping that was the quest flag that we needed. Hey Porthos, I know your filthy secret. I'm gonna tell everyone about it. Oh, he's trying to get into his secret little chamber of cool stuff. That's nice. Shopping for something, milady? I know your secret! Honestly, why can't I just say, I know your secret, as a dialogue option, even if I don't? Because he's gonna just blabber and confess. Thou knowest? Yes, I know exactly your secret. Now, just to confirm that we're talking about the same secret, why don't you go first and tell me which one we're talking about? It is true. I am Erstam's son, which is why I still continue to trade with him, even though it is forbidden. If the council knew, I'd surely be exiled. Since thou knowest, I will offer thee a deal. If thou wilt go to the swamps south of here and bring back some blood moss for me, I will tell thee how to contact my father. Yes. Thou art my saviour. I shall await thy return eagerly. Alright, bye. Cool, we'll gather some blood moss and then we'll get some blood spawn and we'll give it to the blood god. And then we can go see Erstam the Mad Mage, maybe next stream. Because my voice is failing a bit, and my mind is failing a bit, and Poppy has melted. The weather's going to be like this until Wednesday. It's going to be brutal. Okay, so swamps south of here, huh? Not seeing any swamps yet. In fact, I don't remember seeing any swamps when we came here. You need to work out a sufficiently impatient voice for Erstam, right? I haven't really been planning these things as I go along. I just kind of look at their character portrait and try and get a vibe from them. Okay, so there was a swamp here the whole time. Who knew? Oh wow, there's a swamp tentacle thing. Is everyone alive? Yeah, everyone's fine. Okay, but
But there's kind of no point in attacking those things unless we want experience. There's a little hut here. Oh, and snakes. Ooh, is this one of the broken bottles that will actually hurt people if you step on it? It is! And this one? Also, yes. Amazing. I want these. They're basically caltrops. So I'm going to take these for myself. And these are serpent scales. A very important reagent that we will definitely use. What's down here? Dupre, fire sword, please. Yeah, this is definitely not a trap, right? Fishing rod? What are you hoping to catch down here, my dude? And filari. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. We'll take it. But blood moss, yes. Try and stay on track, Neko. Stay focused. We're just gonna do this one thing and call it a stream, and then we can just melt. Blood moss! Oh, and a crocodile. It attacked us first, you all saw it. Yeah, that's fine, Iolo. You managed to put that one to sleep, so that's fine. Alligator. It's an alligator. It's not a crocodile. And we can take all of this delicious blood moss. Doing okay, thanks. Just out of energy. Oh boy, can I sympathize. How much blood moss does Porthos actually need? Because it seems to me that we should save some for ourselves. Get out of the swamp. No, come on, out of the swamp. Don't slow down now again. Yeah, it looks like all the good stuff was right in the middle of the swamp. We can't just harvest it from the edge. Alright, we'll hand this in and I'll call it the stream because we've been going for 2 hours. I am pooped. Poppy is just flat on the floor trying to get the breeze from the open window. And then next stream we can have fun going off to see Erstam, the Mad Mage. Won't that be fun? Man, is it too late? Is Porthos like in bed or something? We'll have to wake him up, right? Yeah. Also... oh no, he's still got his automaton taking over the shop while he's not there. Pity, I kind of wanted to rob him. Hey, do you sell any red potions? My friend Shamino here is quite poisoned. Possibly near death. But anyway... blood moss. So what's everyone got planned for the coming week? Anything fun? Because I have taken the whole week off work. And I plan to do a lot of sleeping. But also maybe some programming on like little fun personal projects. Maybe some stream stuff. Who knows? Play some games. Alright, let's see if he's happy with 1 blood moss. Yo, Porthos, wake up. Yo, wake up. Hello. We're in your bedroom. Oh no, you took a week off work when air conditioning would have been so nice to have. Well, I have aircon in my bedroom, but it's just a small little thing, and it's not powerful enough to do the whole place. I don't have any exciting plans. Maybe some games, maybe some fun personal projects. Good, good. Let us know if you do something cool. It's always important, I've found, if you do make something cool, you need to show it off as much as possible. And you can say, like, everyone can say, wow, that's so cool, din 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 din, incinerate. And then you get the nice dopamine rush, because it's good to have that. Busy work for me, but then I'm off to a concert on Saturday. Nice. It's a band called Birds of Tokyo, and they're playing with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. Neat. Enjoy, G-Funk. Right, let's talk to Pothos. Thou dost have the blood moss. Wonderful. In exchange for thy service, I will trust thee with the information that wilt allow thee to speak with Erstam. Tell me about Erstam. It would not be wise for me to tell thee much. I shall merely acquaint thee with how to reach the docks, how to call the transport, and the required password. They've got the kind of music that you've probably heard before somewhere. Alright, I might look them up. How to reach the docks? Thou must go to the docks north of the Mountains of Freedom. My father hath trained a sea creature to come on command. It will take thee to Erstam. Do not fear. But remember to not leave any of thy possessions upon it, for once it leaves, thou shalt not be able to recall it. Okay, how do we call the transport? To call the creature, go to the docks. There thou shalt find a ship's bell. Once thou hast rung the bell and chanted the mantra, thy transport will arrive. It can only take thee to my father's island. Nowhere else. Fine. As long as I get off this place and find somewhere new. What's the mantra? No. Thou shouldst learn the password first. Thou dost need it most of all, for Erstam shall not speak with thee without it. What? I mean, what could it be? Like Istokradis? Isn't it interesting that blood moss is so potent since it's connected with the fluid of life? Blood. But I'm babbling. Erstam shall not speak a word to thee unless thou dost speak the password which I do give thee. This will be the sign that I have sent thee. The password is Isktradis. That's a silly password. What's the mantra then? Will you tell me now? My, thou art impatient. I was just about to tell thee. I re ten bentas juxak I. Pray tim de mir wis re por I. To learn its meaning, translate it from the language of magic. Alas, as is often the case, 'tis not required to understand power to use it. Isktradis? That's my password too. I've got the same combination on my luggage. Oof, so not just Om or something then, yeah. Poggers learned her lessons well in the days of the false prophet. Whom? Never mind. Alright, bye. Why, certainly, milady. See you. Until later, take care. And the rest of this is mine. Alright, so next week, Monday, 7 PM Australian Sydney time, 9 AM UTC. What? What's happening? Oh no. Well, I guess next time I was going to say we can go to this docks and go visit Erstam, but plot is about to happen. What's happening? Dupre, where did he go? Shamino, ideas? I'm ready to provide whatever aid I can, milady. Okay, no one knows what happened to Dupre. He's just been spirited away by some magic. Hooray! One less mouse to feed. Shamino is about to die of poison. I'll try and sort that out, but I think at some point we're going to get another message from whomever has abducted Dupre, and that can be the start of the next stream. So we'll call it there. End of stream. Thank you so much for coming here and hanging out with me. It's always pleasant to have some company while I herp and derp around my DOS games of nostalgia. And where shall we go? Where shall we go? Let's have a look. All the best. Thanks, G-Funk. Thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you. Just looking around, waiting for things to load. Let's go give Pixel Turkey a hello. Pixel Turkey is another Retro DOS streamer, and she streams quite a lot. She's streaming like every day, basically. And currently she's playing Lemmings, or oh no, more Lemmings, which is fun. So yes, let's set up a whole little raid thing. Here's my raid call if you want. Could also do that if we want. And where's the cat? The cat is not easy to capture on camera. Ooh, Lemmings again. No, that's probably like the third entry in the trilogy. No, this is oh no, more Lemmings. So thank you again, everyone, for coming by. I'm hot, I'm tired, my throat's a bit sore. See you, bye. Take care. And I actually do have to go and type the damn thing in. Raid Pixel Turkey. There, raid's been created. Hope you can relax and cool off. Thank you, I hope so too. Off we go.